To make the most of landscape photography, you really have to know how to edit it professionally, which is what we're going to show you here. So here we have a panorama that we produced earlier, and it's taken at the side of the road in Iceland. So Casey, at the moment this looks like a fairly bland image. It was an overcast day. I remember thinking that it's a beautiful spot, but I wish we had better weather.
Yes.
So I think the first thing I would do to this, sorry Rob, but is to crop Rob out. Now as always, select that and just bring that over so you can't see the leg of his tripod. Bring that over there, and then also straighten the horizon like so. And maybe bring this in just a little bit more so it's at the edge there. And that's a nice crop. Where do we go from here, Casey?
So let's work on pull the highlights down, because we want to find some information in those clouds. Yeah, and then pull the shadows up. So now we can see the water, everything that's in there. And then the whites and the blacks, kind of pull so you bring out, there's a lot of detail in that water. It's nice. And then pull the blacks down, get some nice contrast.
You can't really do much to the blacks without clipping.
Yeah.
I'll give it just a tiny amount there.
So give it a little contrast bump. See how that goes. Yeah, see that? That's nice.
So already that is a much more interesting image.
Yes. A little clarity, a little dehaze. Oh, maybe not. Not too much dehaze.
No, but what we could do is add a dehaze filter to the sky.
Yes, yeah.
Bring that to about there, and then touch the dehaze.
Yeah, bring out the clouds.
And we can even take the brush and just erase it on here so that we're not underexposing those rocks at all. And you want a little bit of blue.
Yeah, just try it. See, yeah, see, there we go. Just get a little color in the sky.
So there seems to be, is that on the screen?
People expect the sky to be blue, so that helps.
Yeah, that's definitely, I think that's maybe pushing it slightly. I think probably about -8 works.
And a little contrast too, to bring up, there's shape in the clouds, and that'll help kind of, just
a bit of contrast too.
Yeah.
Let's hit close on that. Now something I've noticed here as we've opened this up, I had a little bit of dirt on my lens, and unfortunately because it's a panorama we have a lot of dirt on the lens because it's been in there a few times. So I don't need to zoom in for this. What I can just do is copy, take that and just select it across here to remove these little blemishes. I hit close on that and that looks good to me.
Yeah, that's good.
So at the moment I would say we've maybe got a little bit too much clarity, especially over here. Bring that in slightly. What do we do about this here, this water, because I certainly see some blue in there. Can we bring that out?
Yeah, we could. Well, let's do the sharpening first and
Okay.
see what's down there. See what detail we've got.
So as always, hold down the Option key, turn up the masking.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think that's good. And
Give it a
then
little more. Because there's a lot of water and we want to see the water.
just choose a slightly sharper part of the image. There we go. So that's nothing. That's everything. Oh, actually that looks not too bad. Let's leave it about 100, I think.
That's good.
I'd add some vignette into here because it's that's maybe too much. Just a little bit bright around the sides.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at the comparison. Big comparison there.
Big difference.
And let's do something about the colour of the water. Would you use a radial filter for that?
Yes.
So selecting the radial filter up here. Let's just make it like that for now. Invert the mask. Not that it's doing anything just yet.
It's kind of a green water.
Yeah.
But you can make it green or blue.
I think the saturation certainly helps.
Yes.
Would a dehaze help on that? And just makes more contrast, really, doesn't it? Let's bring the temperature down. And the saturation up. And then I think that
Maybe try a little contrast to separate the water from the rocks. See if that does anything. No, not too much.
Yeah, I think that does a little something.
Okay.
Should make this slightly bigger. And then hit close on that.
Yeah, it looks good. Definitely before and after looks great.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. The only thing I might do next would be to bring in some of this orange. So the orange of this brownie.
Tone it down.
Yeah, it's a little bit much. It kind of looks a bit saturated. So let's bring that all the way and then bring it back in. I think that's slightly better. Maybe we can bring out the blue slightly.
Yeah, because the blue and the yellow are they contrast each other, so that's a nice combination.
We'll bring the luminance down on that as well, just to make it a little bit darker. I think that looks good.
It does.
Let's take off these little previews. And there we go, that's a much more interesting version of that photo. Looking at that photo, if you were to take traditional methods to edit that photo, following the top to bottom and just not messing around with the highlights and shadows, you wouldn't know that this was possible. And it's created a pretty interesting image without having to resort to the likes of HDR processing. So that's how we process landscape photography. Thank you for watching.